those who live well see paradise on earth, right? You have one lifetime to do that or more, but why take the chance? So I want to talk about the uniqueness of our lives here, because I remember when I was a child and also up until current day, documentaries about space and nature always have this perspective that we are some kind of a fluke, we are an accident, or in the vast and great universe we are insignificant. So that's one polarized way of looking at it. I can just say we are very significant, because if I didn't exist, the universe wouldn't exist too, right? Something like that. But to be more experientially realistic, look at it this way. There might be more life in the universe, or we are the only one, and we are very unique no matter what. Because the chances, or the design, divine design, whatever you might think or don't care about, the result of us being here and having this experience for a while in this material form is very, very unique and special. And that makes us special too. But that doesn't guarantee that we do special and important and unique things with our lives. And the planet doesn't need us, and it didn't need the dinosaurs and all other extinct animals. But that doesn't change anything, just because we are not guaranteed with the seal like, you shall live forever, your species will always survive, you will thrive. That doesn't make our lives less significant or more insignificant. Now, how can we teach ourselves to be significant and unique, where everything in our culture is trying to sort of drag everything down to what do you care level, sort of what you do with your body, what other people do with their bodies, wars, industries, things that destroy our bodies, that destroy this planet. There's so much talk about the CO2 levels, and that people don't care or have forgotten about everyday products that cause very much damage. And why don't we have natural products that don't waste chemicals into our rivers and oceans, and thus destroy the cycle of life? But that was a slight digression. Let's go back to the uniqueness. Now, because we are unique in our existence, we have proven that doesn't make us all interested in doing unique things with our lives. And how could that change? How could we teach ourselves to be more unique? Well, imagine for a fact that documentaries and something on an educational level was sort of coming from the other polarized view, or slightly up that curve of, we are unique. You have a very unique chance here to experience something. Now, experience is all there is, basically. Everything goes on in our dark spaces here. I mean, imagine that you process information your whole life with the brain that you will never see. But there's more to the brain, if we go beyond physicalism, and that is the experience of the totality. The classical thing that sort of people who have done LSD, mushrooms, or people who just meditated, or like in most cases, people just have it naturally. I remember having that experience when I was a child, and I didn't do anything special. I didn't read any books. All that was enough was to see like the end of the ocean, cliffs, and strange skies, and just be embraced by that experience. And that is very important, because I'm always suspicious to people who have never opened up for totalitarian experience. Not totalitarianism, but the total, or everything is one, like you feel yourself part of this whole structure, for good or worse. I mean, and what that means and why this is important is because through our life we think we have these IDs. A lot of people even eat with their IDs and not with their passion and stomach. We think a lot, and we get confused. We get so cowardly that like the infantility of adults is when they think that someone who doesn't think or have the same opinions as I do on one or two or more issues must be evil. Thus, they cannot be of any good. That sort of constant activity up here. But when we let ourselves experience the totality, like going up a mountain, and why I'm pointing in that direction is because I see a mountain over there, even though it's dark. And when you open up, you sort of bypass the filter of the head. And that is very important, because that you're connecting yourself one-on-one with the existence. No IDs, no education, you just open up. And I remember a tweet, this was funny, I can't find it, it's buried somewhere probably, but there was someone who said something along the line that, I wouldn't trust my child marrying someone who has never had a psychedelic experience. That was funny. And I thought about it, sort of, yes, that's true. And in that unique experience of being one-on-one with the universe, and of course we can't be one-on-one because we would sort of dissolve totally. We would just, everything would just be dematerialized, but we can get a bit up to it. I can remember experiences of having a great view and sort of seeing the moon, and like really feeling you're part of a big globe, and there's a sun like behind you and the moon in front of you, and the big globe you're lying on and having this wonderful view is sort of making that shadow. And not intellectually, but as much as maybe is possible for me to have it, not emotionally, but like on every aspect, intellectually, emotionally, in the head, in the heart, in the guts. And this is very important. And the more our culture becomes faster, more instant, the more there's a trap sort of never getting outside of our heads and realizing what is going on. And that can, despite the technology advancement, be a hindrance for our not spiritual development, but more of our totalitarian awareness, if we can call it that. So that's that. I mean, the universe is a cold, interesting place, and we are here, and there's lots of horrible things going on Earth, and the critic, or maybe some pessimist or cynic, there's a difference between those three, but someone might say, everything is just bad, nothing will make a paradise on Earth. But, that's maybe not possible to have a paradise for everyone at the same time, because people don't do beautiful things just because our beautiful chance of ending up here has become a reality. Okay? And there is no one solution for everything, but you in your life have to realize that things might not have changed that much over 10,000 years. There are always some kind of layers in society: corruption, beautiful things, people doing good deeds, bad deeds. But the more people realize in their everyday life that they can feel this sort of connectivity and be more relaxed despite having different opinions, and also have more balls to speak their minds calmly, and realize that it's not about converting, fighting in debates. It's just about laying it out on the table. Sort of surrealism. Surrealism means above realism. So let us just put it on the table above reality that's here, and I think that will be great. And I mean, for me, it makes my life very good, very not easygoing. How do you say? Easygoing, yeah. But yeah, there is no one solution for everyone, because as soon as someone talks about these kind of things, aspects of life, there is always someone who says, "Oh, but that doesn't, feed the hungry, make peace somewhere." No, it doesn't. It's not what it is about. This is about experience with the oneness, and from that, tremendous power and energy, and life can be gathered. So we have entered December of this year, and within less than 3 weeks we'll have the winter solstice, which is, for me, I only have 2 holidays. Holidays sounds so silly, but it's the longest and the shortest day of the year. Every other thing is just something I do for politeness. And the winter solstice time is very good for sort of landing and realizing what's going on, what do I want to manifest in the next cycle. As light comes back again, we are entering the darkest time of the year, but we're also coming out of the darkest time of the year. So that was some thoughts on that. And for the winter solstice, depending on weather and so on, my wife and baby will probably go out and try to experience some vast nature, so that's that. Take care and all the best.